Am I the asshole for wanting to keep our miscarried embryo? My wife, 30F, and I, 32F, have a child together that I carried. We have always wanted a large family, and as she was ready to carry, we went through assisted procreation again, and she got pregnant first try. We were over the moon. When the time for the first ultrasound came, all we could see was a gestational sac, and the doctor wasn't sure there was something inside, so we were asked to come back a week later to see if it was a blighted ovum. A week later, we had an amazing surprise. Our baby was there with their little beating heart, measuring less than the ideal size, but otherwise being apparently perfect. Yesterday, we went in again. Our little baby was completely still, just as small as they were a week ago. There was no heartbeat. We were sent home to wait for my wife to pass the embryo naturally or have a DC. We still have 5 days to wait. During my wife's short pregnancy, we were 9 weeks along, I let her decide everything, e.i.g., I would have preferred to keep things between us and our closest circle until the end of the first trimester, but she decided to tell different colleagues of hers. I thought that since she was carrying the baby, she had the final say on things, and I was willing to step aside. Now, this afternoon we were talking about the embryo, and I asked what she was thinking about in terms of disposal. She told me that she wasn't sure about it, and she didn't mind, so I mentioned that it would be important to me to have the chance to keep the embryo. She frowned and told me she found the idea a little creepy, and that she'd rather dump whatever should come out, or let the hospital handle it. I explained that to me, it would be really important to find her a place where I can mourn what we lost. Because even if I know that, biologically speaking, it's no more than a clump of cells, I still feel like it's our baby we are talking about. The idea that I'll never be able to see and hold her is soul-crushing, and I feel heartbroken. My wife got a little bit defensive and asked me if we could consider a compromise, such as keeping whatever comes out for a bit and then dumping it after a while because it would make her feel more comfortable. I asked her if she could consider letting me keep a tiny urn for myself where she can't see it. I offered to keep it in a different place from home, but she told me that it would probably make her feel weird anyway. I feel like I am being deprived of the chance to mourn my baby and keep her close to me. On the other hand, I am fiercely pro-choice, and I feel like I'm being somehow patronizing. Am I the asshole for wanting to keep the embryo with me if I have the chance? Would I be the asshole if I insisted on this issue with my, obviously mourning, wife?